Welcome to the TripCare, Managing Trips training video. By the end of this video, you'll be able to use the Trips subtab to view and cancel trips and trip legs, withdraw trips using the Trip Requests subtab, edit trips using the Trip Requests subtab, First, you'll need to navigate to the Trips subtab, which is part of the Dashboard tab. The Trips subtab displays any confirmed, scheduled rides within a given time frame. It also can be used to look at past, completed trips. You can filter using the calendar icons, selecting any past or future date. This feature is helpful if you're trying to identify whether a member traveled within a specific date range. This is also great if you need to take a quick glance at members' upcoming rides, as it provides a snapshot of trip information, like transportation providers. You can expand the trip, then click on the blue information button to view even more detail about each trip leg. You'll see details like mileage, the transportation provider assigned, and their contact information. Once you're done viewing the trip details, you'll click Close to return to the Trips subtab. If there are any canceled or denied trips, you could filter to view them here. To learn more about why a trip was denied or canceled, click on the caret on the right of the trip. Then, click on the blue information button. You'll see the reason why the trip was canceled, along with the user who canceled it. You can click Close to return to the Trips tab. You could also view trips with alerts. Typically, these will be trips where a user has canceled one leg, but not the entire trip. You can also click on the caret next to the trip to view each leg. Here, you'll see the canceled leg indicated with a red icon. If you click on the information button next to it, you can also see the cancellation reason, comments, and the user who canceled it along with the platform they canceled it on. You can also cancel trips from this tab. Instead of canceling a full standing order, you could cancel an individual appointment. This could be helpful if a member is hospitalized, has another procedure, or is ill. You could also cancel full trips in situations such as the facility being closed that day. To do so, you'll click on the red icon on the right. You'll select a reason, enter your comments, then click Submit. You'll click Yes to confirm you're canceling the entire trip. You'll see the canceled trip in your Trips subtab, indicated by the red icons next to the full trip and both legs. Instead of canceling an entire trip, you could cancel an individual leg. In a situation where the member will be dropped off but their spouse will pick them up, you could cancel the B leg. You'll click on the caret to expand the trip, find the B leg, then click on the red icon to the right. You'll also need to select a reason, enter comments, and click Submit. You'll confirm you're only canceling one leg by clicking Yes. The trip will update to show the leg has been canceled. Now, let's look at our Trip Requests subtab. Trip Requests is another subtab available from the dashboard. Typically, our team and system reviews trips by the end of the business day they're submitted, and their status will be updated. If they haven't been reviewed yet, they'll be shown as pending. Let's see the other statuses. Rejected. The Motive Care team needs more trip information before approving. Approved. The trip has been approved by the Motive Care team. Denied. The trip was denied by the Motive Care team because the request does not meet our requirements. For example, it's not an approved treatment, it was not submitted within the advanced notice timeframe, or it's over mileage. Withdrawn. A TripCare user canceled the trip ahead of time. For example, the doctor's office is closed, or the member's treatment has ended. Another great function of this subtab is the ability to withdraw trip requests with a single click. If your member's transportation needs have changed and they no longer need their original trip, you could use this function. For example, their doctor's office is closed due to a hurricane, or they no longer need the appointment because their condition is being addressed by another healthcare provider. An additional helpful feature is our Preview Trip Request icon. It displays a detailed summary of the member's trip request, highlighting important information like their treatment times, treatment type, special requests, and pick-up and drop-off addresses. If you scroll to the bottom, you'll see an Edit button. If the trip request is within the advanced notice timeframe, you can use this button to edit any trip details. Let's say this member's appointment has been moved from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. We can update the appointment time to 10 a.m. and the requested pickup time to 9 o'clock for leg A. Then, we can move to leg B using the tab at the top to adjust the leg B pickup time. We'll move it forward an hour to 3 p.m. Then we can click Update Trip Request to save our edits. Note, if we try to edit trips outside of the advanced notice timeframe, typically if the trip is scheduled within 2 through 3 days, we may see an error message indicating the day of service needs to be a later date. You're unable to use TripCare to edit trips this close to the departure date, so you'll need to call these in. In this case, our trip is more than 3 days away, so we'll click Update Trip Request. Now, we'll see a pending trip request, with a summary of our trip and its edits. MotiveCare will also use this sub-tab to communicate with you as a TripCare user. The message icon, when blue, shows any messages the MotiveCare team has sent. You can click on the blue message icon to open the message. A final function of this sub-tab is the ability to view a quick snapshot of the ride details. You can click on the black caret to expand. You'll see a brief overview of the ride's locations and times. Now that we've explored our trips and trip request sub-tabs, you're ready to manage your own trips.